Okay guys, I'm going to do one more, I hope not super shaky video on Meghan Markle, and then I'll be done with these for today, I think, except for your personal readings. I am working on those. If you want to get a personal reading, please email me. It's tarot.goddess@yahoo.com, and I'll try to fit you on my schedule. I'm about 2 weeks out right now, but go ahead and send me an email and we'll see where we can fit you in, okay, depending if it's an email reading or a video reading. Okay, so the next question that I have for Meghan, well, actually, let me start with, I looked it up during my break here, Tower in Reverse, just to make sure that I was feeling that correctly. And Tower in Reverse is still an indicator of major life change. It does just mean that you accept it a little bit better, you take it a little bit better. It's change, it's stress, but it's also that you are more, go with the flow than, if a disaster strikes and you are running around like a chicken with your head cut off. So I do feel like that first one was accurate, but again, let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, so I actually got an interesting question. I haven't heard this question before. Is Doria Ragland actually Meghan's mom? And, I've always thought, yeah, of course. Who else would she be? But instead of asking that question, I'm just going to ask, tell me about Doria and see what information I get. We'll start with that, okay? So anything that you can give me on Doria Ragland. Who is Doria? What's her story? How she is feeling? Anything about Doria Ragland, please? That's a ton of questions. Ton of cards, excuse me. Anything you can tell me, give me some information on Doria, who she is at her core, what her life is like, just anything like that. Okay. She has secrets. We have Page of Wands in reverse, Six of Cups in reverse, and the Moon. Okay, and pages in the upright are messengers. Page of Wands would be bringing news. It's fire energy. It could be about a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it could be also about, I usually associate wands with work or not relationships in the way that cups are, but relationships as in collaboration. We see the wands a lot of times in interpersonal relationships, in conflicts with other people, in defending ourselves to other people, in situations like weddings or celebrations. Wands are usually present in those situations. So in reverse, he is either not bringing news or he's not the bearer of good news. And when it comes to relationships to other people. And then we have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups in the upright is fond childhood memories, reminiscing about your past, stopping to smell the flowers like the child is doing on the card. In the reverse, this is not wanting to talk about your childhood, not having a good memory of your childhood, or, not wanting to revisit those past memories. And, a lot of people say that Doria was not present for Meghan's childhood because she was otherwise indisposed. I don't really want to get into that. I don't believe in shaming somebody for their past. But it does look like that she, either wasn't there for Meghan's childhood or it's not something that she, wants to talk about or be involved with talking about. And then the Moon. The Moon is your shadow side. It's also the card of Pisces. But the Moon usually for me, if we're talking about somebody who's not a water sign, not a Pisces in particular, not an artist, because this has a different interpretation for me if I'm talking about somebody who's an artist. The Moon is secrets, it's hiding things, it's things done in darkness, and things that you don't want to come into the light, okay? I don't know exactly what that means, but we'll see if we can get some clarification. I do think that Doria is Meghan's mom. I just don't think that they're close. I do think that she was invited to the royal wedding to check a box, and I think that she knew that as well. I don't know if she was promised things or what. Okay, let's see what we get here. These are just clarification cards, and I got the same two cards, and you guys, I promise I did shuffle. I got the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles again, just like in the last reading. Okay, and then I have Mother of Cups or Queen of Cups. Okay, and Queen of Cups for me is usually Diana. It also came out in the future Duchess reading. When I look at the Ten of Cups and I see these, the rainbow of emotions, and I look at the Mother of Cups and I see all those same colors all around her as well, like she's feeling those emotions as well. I think that Doria maybe did feel positive about the wedding. She was hopeful for a new start for Megan. I think that no matter who your child is or how they are, you always love them and you always hope good things for him, for her or him, sorry. So I do think, I said him because I have sons, you guys, sorry about that. I do think that she was looking at this as a fresh start for Megan with the Ace of Pentacles. She was feeling a sense of pride that her daughter was on the world stage. Okay, anything else you can tell me about Doria, please? Anything else you can tell me about Doria, Meghan Markle's mom? Anything you can tell me about Doria? Doria Ragland. Ooh, I got two that came out, so we'll just go with 3, 3, and 3. I have 2 of Pentacles in reverse, the Empress and the Magician. 2 of Pentacles in the upright. I love the illustration in this card because your hands have to do with energy and energy flow, and one hand receives and one hand gives, okay? And there should be balance within those. And I don't know if you can see these, but you see the hands that are out here with the Pentacles. One hand is giving and one is receiving. And as long as you are always open to giving and open to receiving, you have good flow there. You see the eternity symbol there. This is the way it's always supposed to work, okay? Is things in balance. In the reverse, though, this can be stagnation of energy. This has slowed to a halt. Things are not moving. Either you're not giving or not receiving or both, or there's not balance between those. Okay, and in this reading, I'm going to take that to mean that that's the relationship right now between Doria and Megan. There is no giving and no receiving. There may be no talking at all. There's no emotional give and take. Like no one wants to be the first one to speak, or they just, you know, they may not have a relationship. She is thinking about Megan, the mother, being pregnant. It looks like this is on her mind right now with the Empress. And of course it would be if she's going to be a grandmother, but she's being excluded from all of that, you know, so there's not much communication, and, you know, she's aware of Megan's pregnancy and she maybe wants to be a part of that. And then we have the Magician. And again, I think this is how she's seeing Megan, that Megan brought all of these things that she used to talk about, you know, in her teenage years to fruition. And that's kind of incredible. You know, she was able to manifest all of the things that she always talked about with the royal family and with becoming a duchess. So in that way, she does admire her daughter. But unfortunately, I do think there's some sadness here with not being included, and with there's just no communication at all is what it looks like. So it looks like Thomas Markle is not the only one who's being shut out. It looks like Doria feels this way too. Yeah. And with the Chariot, and we have the 8 of Cups. You know, this is, for me, this is more of Megan. This is, you know, once this situation was what it was, then we are, excuse my fingernails, guys, then we are walking away from something. I tend to read this card always in the upright, but, you know, interpret at will. You know, if you see something in these cards that I don't. 7 and 8 is progression. Any numbers that follow each other like that, for me, indicate some kind of progression. Usually, the Chariot's a great card for me. It's the Sun of Stars. It's fortune favors you. It's triumph after an arduous battle, after difficulty, coming out the victor. Okay, with the 8 of Cups, I feel less that way. I feel like this indicates that there was an argument. There was something that went down that maybe Doria won the argument, but she doesn't feel like a winner. Maybe Megan won the argument and Doria decided to walk away from that situation, okay? You have to, sometimes you have to know when you're dealing with somebody who sees themselves this way, who is arrogant, or who just wants to win at all costs, you got to let them go sometimes, okay? I hope that answered some questions for you. If you liked this video, if you saw something I didn't see, as always, please let me know. I hope that you guys have a great day. Be kind to each other in the comments, please. I don't want to have to block anybody today. And bye-bye. I'll chat with you later.